Everything you said we already knew, more or less.
Well, here's something that you didn't know. 2 of those special atomic bombs haven't gone off.
I did it. I wrecked my $4,000 drone. So I've already gone ahead and torn it all down because I had to figure out what was going on with it. So 2 major things happened. Well, this wasn't really major. This was pretty minor. I shattered this back cover. Completely fell into like 3 pieces or something. This stuff right here is amazing. Everyone should have it in their home, readily available. Whoa. And I picked this up at my local hobby shop. Alright, so that saved this. This is an $1,800 little camera here. It's been re-glued back together and it works perfect. All it is like a dust cover to keep all the dust out. So, the major thing is after that broke, I turned the drone back on to see if it would still work. It initialized the camera and everything looked good. It was missing the back plate, of course, and then I went to go set it down on the ground and the camera would hit the ground, like the landing gear wasn't up down low enough. I just threw it back in my box and I brought it home, tore it apart and figured out this is the Achilles heel of this drone. So this is called the center frame. So this is the worm drive that raises and lowers the landing gear. So see that little spiral drive there? If you look here, this piece right. Hold on. Alright, so this was actually bent up so far that it cracked this plastic piece that, if you can see it right there. So it cracked all that. It bent all this up. I've since taken it to a vise and bent it back down to make it actually somewhat look like it was supposed to. It's not all the way there yet, but good news is this piece is coming in the mail today and I will be able to fix my drone. So yeah, it's just waiting game right now, waiting for that piece to come in. Let's see, DJI was wanting like $400 for this little part right here. There's no way I was going to spend that. If anything, I was going to tear this apart and bend this back down and machine something if I had to. I don't know, but I wasn't going to pay that. I found on Amazon that it was $150, brand new. And then after I bought that, I got on eBay, found that I could buy 3 of these for $150 used, I think, but whatever. I have that new one coming in today, so here shortly I will fix it. Alright, so now the story on how my drone broke. I was out at my local skate park filming the guys skating the bowl. I took my drone, first time I've ever done this by the way, I made it go into orbit by itself. So I set the orbit, I put my controller down, and I walked away. That was my #1 mistake. First off, I left my controller where I took off from. My second mistake number 2, I planned for it to come back and land in the same exact place that it took off. I gave it about a 5-foot radius from where it took off, knowing that if it landed somewhere in that little zone, I'd be okay. What I didn't expect was for my drone to actually come back and land like 15 to 20 feet away from where it took off. So I sent my drone up, started orbiting, I grabbed my gimbal and this camera, I went over and I started filming, and as you can see right here, I'm orbiting, everything's going good, and it starts, the battery gets low and it starts to descend. I was expecting this. I was expecting it to drop and land exactly where it took off, and it starts to descend, and it clips the top of a 10-foot fence, falls about 10 feet, lands directly on its camera / landing gear, bends the heck out of landing gear, and destroys the back end of the camera. And this metal is like I don't know, it sounded like glass. So whenever it happened, I quickly looked up and I was like, oh my gosh, my drone just committed suicide. So anyways, I was pretty distraught. I was pretty angry. So I went over, picked it up, figured out, you know, the back popped off. It should be still functional. Turned the drone back on. It initializes. The camera functioned perfect. It looked like it did. But whenever I went to go set the drone on the ground, it wouldn't go. So yeah, the landing gear just wouldn't go down all the way to where it would pick the camera up off the ground. So yep, I knew something was jacked up. Threw it in my box and kept filming the rest of the day. Got home, tore it apart, and found that yoke was destroyed. It's been up pretty bad. So that's the story, and hopefully soon we'll be able to start repairing this bad boy once that part comes in. Alright, so today is the day that I go buy sort of my first skateboard. I had a skateboard growing up. Me and my brother, we used to skate a lot. When I say a lot, we did it pretty regularly. I wouldn't say it was like every day. But one thing that I never got good at was the ollie. So today my plan is to go buy a skateboard and learn how to ollie. There was a local skate park growing up, and I actually built up the courage to drop into the bowl, and I did great. I can drop in, but I can't do tricks. Go figure. Today, hopefully I can change that. I'm going to get my first board as an adult, I'll say. So yeah.
Stars shining bright above me. Night breezes seem to whisper sycamore tree. Dream a little dreamer.
We are almost there. Can you feel the excitement building? What's up, puppy? What's up, man?
What's up?
How you doing?
I'm good. I'm Bailey.
Nice to meet you, Caleb. What's up, bud? What's up, bud?
So, are you just doing hand through, or you want to try to build a board, you said?
Alright guys, I'm here to get my first skateboard as an adult. That's what I'm gonna say. As an adult.
As an adult. Okay.
Alright, so what we got here?
Well, let's see. What I like to do first is let you look. So it meets your eye before I try to sell you a bunch of stuff, and then I'll try to sell you some stuff.
Alright.
See anything up there that you like?
I like them all.
You like them all.
I'm gonna get whatever you recommend.
Okay. Well, I'm going to start you off. Oh, let me get it. This is good. Tried and true company, and then these are old graphics they're redoing. And this one is a good value. You can get this board for 40 bucks.
Sweet, I like it.
Do you want it? Yeah.
Let's do it.
Okay. I love that graphic. Okay, so you get your deck. Bailey, you want to show them some wheels? Got wheels right here. I prefer bones over anything. Right there, it's a 148.
What does 148 mean?
That is the size. They're bigger or smaller. You get what I'm saying? About.
So as a kid, I skateboarded a lot, but I could never get the ollie down. I know the breakdown, the concept of it, on how to do it, but I just can't for some reason. I need your help.
It's one of those technique things that, like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, you know, when you first get a yo-yo, you can't do it, and then it works, and you're like, oh, there it is. It's just like that.
Gotcha. Looking forward to it.
It's a simple lever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you gotta jump or your weight's not gonna come up. But it's all shoulders, arms, butt, legs.
Okay.
When most people try, they know you got to hit it and jump.
Right.
So they try to hit this and jump straight up in the air.
That's probably not.
And they'll start doing this and think they're doing it, but you'll never really ollie this.
It's slide your foot up the
You have to. So imagine, you know, you're going this way. So imagine, like, say you're running a hurdle. To jump, you can't jump straight up over that hurdle. You have to go over it.
Right.
And that's where that leg slide comes in.
Yeah.
So put your foot like that, and the higher you go up and then push out, the higher you'll go. But hit it and pull it up and out.
You up in boom 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 boom. Tell me I'm the only one that you know. Life could be a dream, sweetheart.
Yeah, you did it. And all 4 wheels came off the ground.
Really?
Yep.
Sweet. All right. Thanks, man.
Yeah,
Appreciate
man,
it.
it's great.
Appreciate it, bud. Y'all have a good one.
You, man, that's the rest of your day. Get the cakes done.
Here it is, guys. My first board as an adult. That's it. Not to endorse them or anything, but skate shops just hooked me up with my first board. Shout out to those guys, man. Super nice. Go by and visit them. All right. Gosh, it's so hot. Sorry if you hear my AC. It's too hot to just let the air off. Mississippi in the middle of it's Mississippi in the middle of summer, isn't even a joke. So yeah, just got my first board. I'm going home. Hopefully by the time I get home, my apart from my drone will be in that center frame and I'll be able to get to swap it out. So I didn't record this in the skate shop, but it's something I want to talk about. The skate culture has changed. Used to, it was really frowned upon, and it was just like your punks that skated. But he said now it's more of a community thing. He said all the cops that he runs into now, they used to skate whenever they were young. So the culture is really starting to change to where it's starting to become more of a sport. And he was even talking about starting a league and having multiple leagues in Mississippi. He said, you know, little girls are starting to skate now, and you know, it's just all these, you know, super rich people are coming in and buying boards for their kids. And so he was talking about the culture is starting to change a lot since he started skating. And you know, I can see that too. Dirty Jobs Mike Rowe on his new Facebook show that he has going on. I can't remember the name of it right now, but yesterday I watched, you know, them go to a local skate park, and the foundation that they gave the $30,000 check to was there to help struggling kids, you know, get out of poverty and get away from bad family situations and things like that. And I think skating has really turned into an outlet for those kids that are struggling, and for the kids that are, you know, come from, you know, super low income households and abusive families, and they find it as an escape. Which, I mean, that's been that way forever, but probably even more so now. And really, a lot of the community is getting more involved in skating, so it's pretty cool. I'm pretty happy I got my first board as an adult today, and yeah, I'm looking forward to playing with a little bit more. Maybe not doing the crazy stuff that I used to try to do as a kid, but maybe just to do it every once in a while as a stress relief, or just to relax and have fun. So. You know what I absolutely hate is forgetting your wallet. I guess I was just too excited about getting a new board.
go get it trained out on the transparency like that. They need that.
Thanks, man. Yeah, I'm good.
Gotta be a flat.
So one of the hardest parts about having so many kids is car seats. We have 4 kids, 4 car seats. I brought one of them with me. Say hey, Knox. So my wife let me borrow the Tahoe so I don't have to swap out car seats. If you can imagine buying 8 car seats for 2 vehicles, it's pretty expensive. So we just play the swap out game. I don't like playing on the swap out game. So I borrowed her Tahoe. She let me borrow it, go get my wallet. So I'm gonna do something nice and
Select item at any time during this message.
so I'm gonna come and get her a brand new vehicle. Well, you know, sort of, just a car wash. Get a nice, good, clean vehicle for her. See if it's here. No, this isn't it. Alright, see if my part's here. It is. Yep, that's the one. Alright, enough of that. It's time to now. Let's see what we have here. This better be the right thing. Inspire 1, part number 2. Center frame, that's it. That's awesome. Wow. It's actually brand new. Genuine DJI part. Sweet. That is it. Yes, the yoke is not bent like my old one was. You can tell right here where it's bent up just a little bit. I wasn't able to bend it all the way back out, but alright, sweet. Well, here we go. So I just realized I messed up pretty bad because a few days ago I tore this down to figure out what was going on with it, and I'm having a kind of a hard time putting it back together. So I recommend if you ever break down something this complicated, to figure out what's going on with it, go ahead and rebuild it. That way whenever the parts come in, you can tear it down and put it back and you'll remember everything. I messed up.